Hello and welcome to Reynolds Engineering. In today's session, we'll be discussing about loops in C programming. Basically, there are three types of loop: for loop, while loop, and do while loop. So, what is the use of loop? Why do we use loops in our coding? Suppose I want to print my name 100 times in a code. So, should I write the printf statement 100 times? I mean, printf whatever your name, printf your name, printf your name. No, it's repetition of the same statement. So at that time the use of loop came place. Okay, what I will do, I will write the statement only once in my code, but I will keep the code inside my loop, and the loop will help to iterate or the print the statement 100 times, 200 times, or any time we want, but with only writing the same statement print of code only once without writing it 100 times. So this is the use of loop. So we will discuss one by one the for loop, while loop, and do while loop. Let's first discuss about the for loop. Okay, so here you can say I have taken a I variable integer type int I have initialized. After that, this is a for loop I am using, so I will write for, and inside the bracket this is the syntax of for loop. Okay, so my point is I want to print this statement inside the printf. This is a loop. Okay, this statement I want to print how many times? I want to print 10 times. I want to print this statement that this is a loop. This statement I want to print 10 times. So, and I do not want that this statement I do not want to write this statement 10 times in my code. That's why what I did, I have written the printf statement inside the body of the loop. I mean, you can say this is the start of the body of the loop, this is the end. Okay, so that's why I have written the printf statement inside the body of the loop. So the loop will help me to print it 10 times without writing it explicitly 10 times. Okay, so how the loop will print me 10 times? Okay, for that, inside the bracket of the for, I have to write some syntax so that it will help me to print it 10 times. Okay, initially what I have written, this is I equal to 0. That means I have initialized I variable value with 0. So this part is called as your initialization part. Okay, the next thing is what you can see, the next thing is condition. Okay, next thing is condition. Okay, what is the condition? I is less than 10. That means when I is 0 is less than 10, okay, the condition is satisfied. 1 is also less than 10, 2 is less than 10, 3, 4, 5, 6 till 9 the condition is less than 10. I mean, till 0 to 9 the condition is true. 0 to 9 the condition is true. Okay, and till 0 to 9 the printing statement that this is a loop will be printed, and from 0 to 9 the 10 times printing is done, right? So this is a condition check. Okay, and the next is your I plus plus. Each time the condition, the loop will execute, the condition will be true, I will be incremented. So here first 0. Okay, 0 is less than 10. Okay, so the printing will be executed. First time it will print, this is a loop. Okay, after that after printing the incrementation will take place, I will be 1. Okay, again the loop will be iterate. So 1 is less than 10, so the printing statement will again execute the second time, and again the increment will be done. So now I will be 2 will be less than 10, again third time it will print, again it will increment 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7, 8, 9 times. Till 9 times the 10 times printing task will be done. Okay, so when after printing the 9th time, when the I value will be 9, it will print this is a loop. After that I will increment to 10. When the I value will be 10, the condition will be 10 less than 10. At that time the condition will be 10 is not less than 10, right? The condition will be false, and the control of the program will come out of this loop, Okay, so this loop has helped me to print this single statement 10 times without writing it 10 times. Okay, so this is the concept of loop. The only thing, whatever you want to print, you will write inside the body of the loop, and this condition, these are the three conditions for loop, that is your initialization, condition check, and increment. These three things are the syntax of loop. Whatever you want, first you have to initialize it, and the condition check is how many times you want to print. Here I want to print it 10 times. Suppose I want to print it 100 times. So what I will do, I will write 100 over here. I want to print it 1000 times. I will write 1000 over here, right? And next part is I plus plus. Why we need the increment operator? Because I want the I to run 10 times, 100 times or 1000 times. I want that. That's why we will use the increment operator. So these are the three things: initialization, condition and increment. Okay. So this is the concept of for loop. Now let's move to the while loop. The while loop concept is also same. The work mechanism is also same. Just there is a difference in writing your code. Okay. In for loop, the three things: initialization, condition, increment. These are the three important things in loop. You are writing in a same line. Okay. But in while loop, the difference is you are not writing the things in a same line. Okay. Here you will use the keyword while. Here you are using the keyword for. Here you will use the keyword while. Okay. In the same way, inside the this is start of the body. This is the end of the body of while loop. Inside this, whatever you want to print, you will print. You will write that statement. I want to print. This is a loop. So I have written the statement inside my while loop. One thing is that here this is a condition check is kept inside the bracket, but the initialization and incremented part is not kept in a single line. It is written above and below. Okay, the condition check is written inside the while bracket and the initialization part is written above, above the while loop, and the incremented part is written inside the body of the while loop, but not in a single line after this printing statement. Okay, so what I have done, I have divided, like I have written int I equal to 0 in while. Okay, I have written the condition check less than 10. Okay, and this is the body of the while loop, and I plus plus I have written over here. The thing I have written in a single line over here, I have just used it in a 3 statement line. So this is the only difference in while loop, and the rest of the things are just similar. Now let's move on and discuss about do while loop. So in do while loop, 2 keywords are used: do and while. Okay, so what is the difference between while loop and do while loop? The difference is, here you can say I have taken a variable I, initialized is to 0. After that I have written, use the keyword do for do while loop, and I have written the loop body starts here, the loop body ends over here. Okay, and inside the loop body I have written the same printf statement. This is a loop which I want to print 10 times. Okay, and you can see when the program execution start, the program execution will start, it will enter the loop body for the first time without checking any condition. For the first iteration, no condition will be checked, and simply these statement will be printed out. Okay, after that, without checking any condition, after that, next what happens, the I value is increased. I mean here I plus plus is done, I value will be increased to 1, and now here at the end of the curly bracket, here the condition will be checked. Okay, now after execution of one time of the statement, now I value is 1, so 1 less than 10. Yes, 1 is less than 10. So again, take the execution of the program takes place. In the same way, then again it will come down here. Now it will again increment I plus plus I value will be 2. Again the condition will be checked. Okay, 2 is less than 10. Till it will come till 9. 9 also it will execute at 10. 10 less than 10. The condition will be false, and it at 10 when I value will be 10. Again the iteration will not take place because the condition is false, and it will come out of your loop body, right? So this is the difference of do while loop. The difference is for the first iteration, it simply prints the statement without checking the condition. This is the difference. But in case of while loop, it's not like that. First, from the beginning, it checks the condition. But here, for the first iteration, no condition is checked. Simply it will print. Okay. From the second iteration, the condition check will take place. Okay, and the difference is also that this is your condition part, this is your increment part, and this is your initialization part. These 3 things are not written in a single line. These 3 things are written in 3 different lines. Okay, so basically these are the 3 types of loop. Okay, and this is the syntax of the three types of loop. Okay, and suppose